we are making pumpkin spice muffins. So Abel, we are going to start with, do you like the muffins first of all?
Yes.
Yeah, that was very decisive. Abel puts in 1 cup of coconut flour. That is the orange bowl. All right, then we are gonna put in 1 cup of granulated swerve. That's the good stuff.
My favorite stuff.
That's your favorite stuff. All right, now, not right now. Now we have to put in 8 eggs. So Abel, that is that big cup right there. Oh yeah, all that protein. Perfect. 1.5 cups of pumpkin puree, which is that container back there. And you have a spatula to get all the pumpkin puree in the Vitamix, buddy.
My question is this fresh?
No, it's canned pumpkin, but it's just pumpkin. There's nothing else in it, so that's kind of beautiful.
Done. Now what? Cinnamon?
Now we're going to put in 1 cup of melted butter. That's this cup right here, Soupy.
So just melted butter?
It's just melted butter. All right, Abel, I need 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Yep, grab the teaspoon. Very good.
Pumpkin muffins?
Yeah, pumpkin muffins. We're making a double batch.
Hey.
Good, that's 1 teaspoon.
Oh.
Oh, pick it up, baby girl. There you go. Thank you. It's not the greatest view there. Okay, perfect. Now we need 3 teaspoons of vanilla.
Fia's joining.
Perfect. Hey, big helper. All right, 3 teaspoons of vanilla, please, guys.
3 teaspoons?
3 teaspoons.
Okay, Fia, you hold it over, Abel.
Good teamwork.
Okay, John. The hard part about this is like I don't want to put way too much. Okay, Fia, pour it a little more. I don't have a good view.
You're good. It's great teamwork. Good focus. All right, that's 2, I think, right, Fee?
We need 3.
Yep, we need 3, please.
3 more. No, just 3.
Fia likes vanilla. Very good.
Hopefully in our next video, Fia will show you snow ice cream.
Ooh, snow ice cream is awesome.
She overdoes the vanilla.
But someone doesn't measure vanilla when she does snow ice cream.
Well, it doesn't even snow.
Oh my goodness.
It doesn't snow in Florida.
It does not snow in Florida, that's a fact. All right, I need 2 scoops of collagen peptides, guys. So just as a general rule with baked goods that we do, we add collagen peptides just for extra protein. That's the only macro that it adds.
And it makes it fluffier. How do we put in this?
Yeah, okay, so that is our pumpkin spice. We make it ourselves. I got this recipe from the Pioneer Woman. So basically what Abel is putting in there is 3 tablespoons of cinnamon, 2 teaspoons ginger, 2 teaspoons nutmeg, 1.5 teaspoons allspice.
No cinnamon?
Yeah, that was the first thing. And then 1.5 teaspoons of ground cloves. Again, with a lot of, go ahead, baby. A lot of those pre-mixed spices, they also add dextrose, which is basically sugar, or some sort of...
That's what used to get me up. Fun facts.
Yeah, fun facts. Or some sort of anti-caking, like a silicon dioxide, which we just don't need. All right, so you are all set.
Okay, now we're gonna blend it up.
Now this pumpkin spice muffin recipe, hold on 1 second, baby. I got from a website, and we'll put both of these websites in the description. I got it from curbingcarbs.com. I modify every recipe because I can. So we, just about every recipe we modify. So we add the collagen peptides. I also reduced the swerve. No, we do modify that one actually.
What, you reduced it?
I reduced the swerve because it's too sweet with the original recipe.
No way! No! Do the original recipe one so compare and I'll decide which one I like more, okay?
Okay, alrighty, blend that up. Alright, so you fill up the liners about 2/3 of the way full.
2/3?
And bake them at 350 degrees for about 24 minutes.
There we also got some more.
And you get 24 out of it.
So, good evening and welcome to Rogue Diabetes. Tonight we want to talk to you about the first 2 weeks after we came home from the hospital. Trish, what was one of the scariest things that was unexpected for us that we faced?
Yeah, the scariest thing was just the discrepancy that we noticed right away between what we expected when we left the hospital and the reality of what it would be like to manage Abel's diabetes. So the picture that we were painted was, check his blood before a meal and apply that to a sliding scale with what you're going to eat, and then dose X amount of units of bolus insulin. And that worked okay at first. We didn't have a CGM. Well, it seemed to work okay at first. We didn't have a CGM, so we would check him before meals. And the numbers weren't awesome, but nothing super alarming. But then we wanted to understand better what was going on with Abel's body. We wanted more data points and more information, so we started testing his blood after meal and then between meals. And that was really ugly really quick. He was going up into the 200s, which was not acceptable to us at all. So we just realized, man, like there's a big difference here. We need more information. We need to do our own research. And it's really, we understand that the medical team just doesn't have the time to educate us on everything that the diabetes is, the endocrine system and every variable that plays into it. It would be amazing if they could, but that's research that you just have to do on your own. And we were fortunate right away that when we noticed that the reality is not what we were expecting, that we went and started reaching out to people. One of the people that we reached out to was our friend Des, and so appreciate her honesty. She said, hey, I've mismanaged diabetes throughout my life and I've managed it. So right away you need to read Dr. Bernstein's book. And that was just, we so appreciated that transparency and that honesty. So we got the book, started reading it, and then tried to identify some mentors that could help us and kind of coach us through this.
Yeah. Ryan and Des, thank you. And we rewatched the TED Talk video and a couple other things we did research, but really what pointed us to these aha moments we had a couple aha moments. One of them was that the medical team told us that, hey, the difficulties that we're having are due to the honeymoon period. Just wait till you get past that.
Hold your breath.
Hold your breath, it will get better. And so we kind of thought, like, wait a minute, honeymoons are great. We kind of want to keep a honeymoon period going. What's the deal with this? So what is a honeymoon period? And come to find out that that's your body's ability to still produce what the insulin it may be able to produce through the beta cells still alive and well with the pancreas, and that you want to actually sustain that. And that was all the research we were getting into. Said sustain that, keep that. Hi, Fia. But it's a lot more challenging to manage, and it truly is, because you never know how much you're really going to get out of Abel's body from day to day. At least that's the experience we're having. So a second moment, the light bulb moment that we had was when Trish was talking to an endocrinologist about our nighttime basal, which one of my fears has been the dead in bed, because the going low experience we've been having during this time on the roller coaster ride was really going low at night. And so we're on the phone, Trish is on the phone with an endocrinologist.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I told her, we had a couple of nights where I was just setting my alarm literally every 15 minutes to check him, give him more carbs. So we were constantly titrating down his basal dose. And so I called the on-call endocrinologist and I said, hey, he's at 90. I cannot give him, his normal dose. What can I reduce it down to? And her reply was, well, 90 is a great number to go to bed at. And that was completely unexpected. Yeah, so it was like this little tidbit of, hey, there's a whole nother way to look at this. Lower numbers are okay, and if 90 is a great number, okay, great. How do we achieve that more often?
And now we know 83 is the perfect number, and actually that children will run even lower than that sometimes, and that is perfect and that is okay. So we put those together, and we were still doing the research, and want you guys to know it wasn't an easy decision for us. In fact, we had the information in front of us, and it was really hard because we had this comfortable aha, like, hey, we're home. We know now what the diagnosis is. We know that there's a treatment plan, and to really look at that and say, this isn't matching up to what we're seeing, and now we're seeing a different avenue, a different method of actually treating this. That's a much better lifelong approach. So it wasn't an easy decision. In fact, it wasn't until one night Trish kind of said, hey, we're doing this. And she was right.
We don't
And-
want to paint the picture of, hey, it was a really easy choice. We read a book, jumped on board. Everything's been great since. It was, it was almost like we were daring each other. Are we going to do this? Are we going to believe people? Are we going to believe this book? We don't like the numbers. We don't like the results we're getting now. Like, we're doing this. We're jumping in.
And we did, and we have not looked back. We have no regrets. Honestly, I kind of felt like I was being led by a senior leader down a path to make a logical decision. Like, there was a right answer, and I was going to get there slowly, but
My answer.
her time for getting there was now. And I'm still thankful for
No,
that.
but it is certainly
I really
a
am.
team effort, and I think it's a team effort, and we're on the same page with the management approach and our goals. It doesn't mean we always agree on those tactical decisions.
I'm wrong a lot.
in the day. But again, it was a commitment, and I remember this one after lunch one day, I was positive reinforcement saying, "Abel, honey, thanks for jumping on board. I really appreciate you trying this out, us as a family." And he just very casually said, "Well, my health is worth it." And then he ran off to go play Legos. And it was just that beautiful moment of, okay, we're going to make it. Not every meal is going to go smoothly, and it does take a little bit more time, but his health is worth it 100%. And that just kind of got us thinking, like, hey, we don't give our kids enough credit. I think we try to protect our kids by letting them have like the normal childhood, which for some reason includes really crappy food.
And honestly, no, sorry.
Oh, and so, but once we give them accurate information and tell them what the consequences of each one, of the different paths are, I think that our kids will really surprise us. They need to be given the chance, and we're really grateful that Abel's been on board and the other two have been on board. And for the most part, it's been an easy transition, and it's sustainable, and it's not boring.
Honestly, I think some days Abel deals with it better than we do, or he has bounced back better than we do. Honestly, usually because he gets to sleep through some of the most tenuous times, but I'm still thankful that he does.
Yeah, which is what we're here for, and we get to do that. We get to make those adjustments for him.
Yeah. And that's the perspective we have with Pass On to Parents. We feel blessed, even though it's a long road, that we get to be here to help through the growth spurts and the really challenging parts of life, and hopefully set him up for success. So we hope this helps. We want to share with you guys the pluses and the minuses, the goods and the bads. Please remember, if I can leave with anything, celebrate the small successes, celebrate the good things. God bless y'all. We hope it helps. Bye.
I like sports cars. I want a sports car. I want my driver's license early. That'd be fun. Well, I'm probably gonna go hunt on shooting next year. But I have done some really funny things. Like, I was biking super fast, and I literally was on the seat, and I slid off the seat and onto the bike frame, which really hurts. And then, one time I lost my chain. I was going way too fast, and my chain just was like, I'm done.